Hi everyone, it's Courtney and Jonathan here for the USAA Educational Foundation. It seems nowadays everyone has a get-rich-quick shortcut like a life hack or some side hustle packaged in a video they're trying to get you to watch. And the question really is, do the schemes actually work? Or is the only person getting rich from those the person talking in the video?
It makes you wonder. For those of us not willing to roll those dice, growing our money will require some smart choices. That means you'll likely have to do some type of investing along the way.
Well, and that's right. We're not talking get-rich-quick schemes. We're talking prudent, long-term investing. And if you're going to be investing, it's important to understand exactly what factors can impact your success. Obviously, one major element is what you invest in. And there's a bunch of information to help with that on how to build an investment strategy elsewhere on the USAA Educational Foundation's website. But what you invest in is only part of the equation. The other major components to increase your chances of long-term investment success are the amount you invest, the return you earn, and time.
Today, we're going to focus on the time component. To understand why time is so important, let's look at a few different scenarios where $200 per month is invested and earns a hypothetical 8% return per year. And the only variable will change with each scenario is the amount of time involved. In our first example, let's set time at 10 years. As you can see here, $200 a month that is saved into the account equals $2,400 a year and $24,000 total over the 10 years. That's pretty straightforward, right? But here's something interesting. Look at the annual earnings column starting in year 9. What you see is that the total balance has built up so much that the earnings on the account that year are now almost as much as the contributions that year. $2,344 of earnings compared to $2,400 invested. In year 10, the earnings are actually more than what's being put in. Pretty cool, right?
That's amazing. And this is what's known as compound interest or compound earnings. And you can see that it takes a while before it really starts to make a significant difference. Now, let's see what happens when you have even more time to work with, say 20 years. This time, let's just focus on how much you'd be adding to the account through investments compared to how much compound earnings would be adding to the account. As you can see, contributions from compound earnings quickly eclipse what you're putting in, reaching almost 4 times as much by year 20. And at 30 years, the difference is even more eye-popping. That year, you'd put in $2,400 again, but earnings on the account would kick in an additional $22,911, almost 10 times as much.
Wow. So what's the moral of the story? If you want to get rich, or at least richer than you are right now, it's a lot easier if you give compound earnings more time to work on your behalf.
And the only way to do that is to get started sooner
rather than later.